I don't know what it is. It seems like Funko might actually be putting out some fire for once. What's up, guys? I'm DK, and welcome to the channel Reviewed by DK, where I review things within the realm of pop culture, collectibles, and food. And today I'm going to be discussing the recent Funko Pop leaks from the account Scarlet Joker on social media. Not only will I be discussing about this past week's Funko Pop leaks, but I am going to be including the leaks that were announced last month by Scarlet Joker, since there weren't that many between both months to where I would have been able to do a full-on video about it. And if you end up liking this type of content or any of the content that I will be doing on this channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. But nonetheless, let's kick off this video. So kicking off January's leaks, we have Lights Out with the Faceless Man, Mr. Strickland, and Junior Troshi. Now, it has been a long time since I've actually watched this movie. I think I watched it when it first came out, like 10 years ago, I believe it was. And I don't remember what any of the characters looked like, so I can't be like, oh, this is gonna look really nice in Funko Pop form. We got new pops for Guns N' Roses coming out with Live and Let Die Axl Rose, November Rain Slash, and a 1985 Duff McKagan. Now, I'm not surprised that they're making more Guns N' Roses pops, since they already did that throughout 2024 and 2025, but I am liking the specific wave and how they're based off of different songs for the most part, instead of all being based off of the same thing. We get ourselves pops for Harry Potter, Pacific Rim, Magic the Gathering, and a 6-inch Lord of Darkness from Legend. Now, I thought I would mention all of them together because I know I'm not going to really talk about half of these, but it is cool to see some of those Harry Potter pops, especially characters that haven't really had variants in such a long time. At first, I got my hopes up thinking that the Lord of Darkness, by the way that the picture looked, was going to be a Funko Pop of the Devil from Tenacious D in the Pick of Destiny. Still wish that there were Tenacious D pops coming out. We got ourselves pops for Halloween 2 with Michael Myers, Laurie Strode, Dr. Loomis, and a covers of Halloween 2. I cannot believe that they have finally, after so long, given us a Laurie Strode and a Dr. Loomis. It has been a long time coming. I mean, after the 75 different variants of Michael Myers, you think they would have made one or the other by now. We got a pop of Gozer from Ghostbusters. I can't remember if there has or hasn't been a Gozer pop, but at least it's something different compared to just the normal 4 Ghostbuster members. We got Goosebumps pops of The Curse of the Mummy's Tomb and Say Cheese and Die. Really love the fact that they're continuing the Goosebumps lineup. They really killed it with the first set that came out last year, and I'm actually really curious about the Say Cheese and Die pop, whether it's going to be one of those skeletons in the photo or it's going to be like a multi-pack involving all of them. We got patchwork variants of Beetlejuice, Emily from The Corpse Bride, and Wednesday with Thing from Wednesday. Yeah, I'm not surprised that there are more patchwork pops coming out. It's basically Funko's direct copy of Handmade by Robots. We got ourselves pops for A Christmas Story, which features Ralphie with Soap, Ralphie and Bunny PJs, Scott Farkas, and Randy Parker. Is it sad to admit that I have still yet to see A Christmas Story and it's been out since way before I was born? Well, that's my unfortunate reality of spending most of my time filming and editing videos, unless one of you guys for free want to edit my videos so I actually have time in my life to go watch movies like this. But it is cool that we're getting some new Christmas Story pops, especially because some of those OG pops are fairly expensive. We got pops for Muppets Treasure Island with Kermit with Polly, Ms. Piggy, and Sam Eagle. I've been really loving the fact that not only have we been getting a lot of Muppets pops, but diving into different realms of the Muppets. At one point, we'll get Muppets Christmas Carol, then OG, then we have the baby ones that just recently came out, and now we have ourselves Treasure Island pops. So I really like the array of Muppets instead of just sticking to one thing and milking the heck out of it when it comes to a certain license. We got ourselves pops for SpongeBob SquarePants with SpongeBob SquarePants, Patrick Squidward, and Mr. Krabs. An okay set of pops, but I am really excited to see what they do with Mr. Krabs, since we haven't had any variants of him, if I'm not mistaken, since the OG set. We got Pop Premium UV glow-in-the-dark variants of Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, and Michelangelo from Ninja Turtles. Yeah, I have really low expectations, especially after seeing those translucent pops. A brand new set of The Simpsons pops with Skeleton Homer, Skeleton Bart, patchwork variants of Itchy and Scratchy, and a deluxe of Zombie Snowball. Now, I do think that these pops are gonna look pretty cool with knowing how Funko can up their details when it comes to like skeleton-like figures. We got a new set of Nightmare Before Christmas pops with Jack and Zero, Sally with Cat, Lock, Shock, and Barrel. Once again, it looks like we've got some characters that haven't had new variants in a long time with Lock, Shock, and Barrel, which is pretty cool for the set. A set of Coraline pops with a patchwork Coraline and a Nook of the Garden. Oh boy, I feel like this is not going to be the end of seeing more patchwork pops throughout this video. We got a set of Venom Comics pops with Spider-Venom with chains, a Symbiote Spider-Man 2099, an Anti-All Eddie Brock, a Split Venom Eddie Brock, and a Super Venomized T-Rex. Why do I feel like I've seen some of these pops already been announced? Maybe they were part of those like New York Toy Fair reveals, or not New York, London Toy Fair reveals. Now going into more of the anime realm with Sumiko Garashi, Spy Family X, which includes holiday variants, One Punch Man, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Z, and Bleach 1000 Year Blood War. Yeah, I have nothing to say about any of those animes since I haven't really seen any of them, so I mean, they seem cool, I guess. And last but not least, for the January set of leaks, we got ourselves Full Belly and Hangry variants of Morpeko, Armor Rouge, and a premium of Blastoise. We all have seen the premium of Blastoise that was announced during the Funko Fair reveals, and it does look pretty sweet. I can't wait to see what it looks like fully in person, because I know with the glam shot that was presented, it's kind of that like midpoint of like, it's a glam shot, but it's kind of a concept art at the moment, so there is likely changes to be made.
Shout out goes to the unacceptable viewer.
And the reason that they ended up getting a shout out is because they joined our YouTube channel membership, which only cost $1.99 a month. Not only do you get the shout out, but you do get lots of other perks, including early access to every single video and short that we produce on this channel. So definitely consider joining our YouTube channel membership. It will be greatly appreciated and will go a long way of helping out this channel a lot. So definitely consider it, but let's get right back to the video.
Now starting off with this past week's leaks, we got ourselves Myths pops of Unicorn, Phoenix with Chase, Kitsune, and Griffin. I really like the fact that we have the return of Myths. I remember back in the day when those were like some of the most expensive pops. We got ourselves a new wave of WWE pops with Shinsuke Nakamura with Chase, Ron Simmons, RKO Randy Orton, Braun Breaker, and a deluxe of CM Punk. This is a pretty solid set, and of course, I do collect all the pops for Undertaker and Randy Orton, so I can't wait to see what the Randy Orton ends up looking like, and I will add it to my collection regardless. We got ourselves a 6th ring Michael Jordan. Is this really necessary? We got pops for Over the Garden Wall with Wirt, Greg, the Woodsman, the Beast with Chase, and Nooch. Don't know if I pronounced that correctly. I think I've heard of this, but I haven't seen anything related to. I think this is an animated series. We got ourselves pops for Karate Kid, Frankenstein related pops, 2 pops for Lost, and we have a pop for the Santa Claus movie. And I do think that this is a pretty cool idea. We got ourselves some more pops for Harry Potter, a set of pops for the Hunger Games, and a new wave of pops for Twilight. Once again, we have the Hunger Games and Twilight that I believe originally had waves of pops previously. We got ourselves a set of pops for the new Batman adventures with Batman, Robin, Nightwing, and Scarecrow. I don't really have much to say because it is DC Comics and I don't know too much about it, but this does seem like a pretty cool set of pops. We got ourselves some game pops with Fallout featuring Vault Boy, Nuka Girl, Bottle, and Cappy, and a Halo 25th anniversary with Master Chief. Now, I'm not surprised about Fallout because of the Amazon Prime series, so they're capitalizing on the game. We got ourselves a set of Five Nights at Freddy's pops with Office Pose Toy Freddy, Toy Bonnie, and Toy Chica. I still have yet to play this game, and kind of like what I mentioned about either animes or what I mentioned about A Christmas Story, if anyone for free wants to take over editing my videos while I have time to do this stuff, that'd be greatly appreciated so I can actually have time to myself, we got ourselves a set of Beauty and the Beast Pops with Mrs. Potts with Chip, Gaston with Mir, a premium of Beast, of Moments of Belle, a town of Belle with Castle, and a nook of Belle in Library. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Beauty and the Beast does celebrate an anniversary this year. I could have sworn 2021 we had an anniversary set, so I mean 5 years after the fact, it makes sense if another one happens for this movie. We got ourselves Pixar Pops with Monsters Inc., Finding Nemo, Cars Pops, Ratatouille Pops, and Elemental Pops. And now as I realize, I believe both Cars and Monsters Inc. are celebrating anniversaries. But the one thing I want to talk about is finally they are capitalizing on Elemental Pops. And continuing on with anime, we got Witch Watch, Ranma Half, Yu-Gi-Oh!, and split variants for Attack on Titan. Now, I can't really say much about these animes besides Yu-Gi-Oh! Because of course I collect Yu-Gi-Oh! Pops, and I cannot believe that we are finally getting a pop of Pot of Greed. It feels like at least 5 to maybe even 10 years at this point that I've been requesting Funko to do Pot of Greed. And last but not least, we have Marvel Rivals with Cloak, Dagger, Incognito Dolphin, Jeff, and a Deadpool with Chase. Now, I have not played the game yet of Marvel Rivals, but I know that people are going nuts over Jeff. Let me know down below what you're most excited for from these leaks, but that's the end of today's video. See you later, guys.